Hey, welcome back, everybody. Well, AAA calls it the 100 deadliest day. So starting Memorial Day today, the number of teenagers killed in crashes tends to go up. We're talking an average of 10 people dying every day. So this morning, Angie Ward from the Washington Safety Traffic Commission and Captain Monica Alexander from the State Patrol are here to talk about why those deadly crashes are happening and how you can help keep your kids safe this summer. Good morning to both of you. Thanks for joining us. Very important topic. First off, we want to talk about distracted driving or distractions. And a lot of us think about maybe just cell phones being distractions, but there are a lot of different things in terms of the moniker of distractions. Talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I mean, distraction can be a dog in your lap, it can be a passenger in your car. But the thing about cell phone distraction is it's been shown that it is a different type of distraction. You're actually taking your eyes off the road in a lot of instances, your hands off the road, and your mind is somewhere else. And that's been shown to be one of the most dangerous distractions that we can choose to engage in.
I know we sound like a broken record when we talk about this, but really this is an important topic, especially nowadays, because the summer is approaching. A lot of kids are getting out of school. So we want to just keep harping parents to really talk to their kids about this.
Absolutely, and more kids are behind the wheel.
Right.
And so they're out of school, so there's more hours for them to be behind the wheel. We want the kids to talk to parents about it as well, because there's education on both sides. Parents have bad habits, and parents have demonstrated bad habits, so the kids have picked up the bad habits.
Yeah.
So we're asking everyone to get in this game and not do it. Don't use your cell phone while you're hands-free, but please, no texting, no Facebooking, all of those things. And the law's about to change, so.
Yeah, talk about that law. The law's going to be about to changing. What do we know about that?
Yeah, so on July 23rd of this year, it's going to be illegal to hold that phone in your hand in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Right now, that is not illegal. There's a lot of different ways to work around that law as it is written now, but having that phone in your hand at all on July 23rd will become illegal.
And having teenage passengers significantly increases the risk in these next 100 days. Why is that?
Yeah, so passengers are actually the #1 restrictions for young people, and it's because, you know, when they have friends in the car, there's a little bit of performance going on. It's not necessarily cell phones, even though that is a close second.
Yeah. And parents, you mentioned this, are a big factor in deciding to drive impaired. You know, parents, you know, and the kids in the back, you know, we have the cell phone and the kids pick up, oh, well, if you're doing it, then why can't I do it? But we really want to talk to our kids and really show them, right?
Right.
This is not the right thing to do.
We have to model the behavior that we expect. So our kids are going to do what we do. Yeah. And so we want to make sure that we model that good behavior when it comes to distracted driving.
Yeah. And we talked about the law. We talked about how do we as a parent, how do we talk to our kids? And we do just say, hey, I know that I've been doing this, distracted driving my cell phone. I'm going to stop doing it. Maybe you should too. Would that probably be the right thing to do?
Not you should. You must.
Yeah.
You must, because it is deadly. And that's the worst thing in the world. For me, is to do death notifications to parents. Yeah. The next worst thing is the parent, you know, the parent that hears that information, it is awful, and they're scarred for life. So I think if we think about worst case scenario, what could happen to my child if they do this, and teach our kids to think about what could happen to them if they do this, what could happen to someone else if they do this. Yeah. It's preventable. Yeah. All of these things that we're talking about, impaired driving, these collisions, these fatalities, it's preventable. And we should be outraged about not preventing it in our society.
Yeah, we certainly should. Finally, what's the message you want to get out to parents and to teenagers, or to really anyone out there to get the message across about distracted driving?
Yeah, so it's how important is that? How important is that conversation? Not as important as your life. And putting that cell phone down is probably the best decision most of us are going to make for the short term, for our own lives and for the lives of our families.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming on and talking about this. This is a very important topic because, you know, the summer months are coming and we cover these stories quite a bit, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of tragic stories like this, so we really need to get the message out there. So thanks for coming on and talking about it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.